Alright, welcome back. This is our third video in the series on how to play Garouden Breakblow Fist or Twist. This is Dizzle from Dizzle's Arena, and I'm here to show you the very basic functions of the game, and then later we will get in depth on strategy, etc. A big thing in this game are super moves. Now, this is not like any other game, right? Other games you may have to do a quarter circle forward and a punch, right? And that's a super move. Super moves in this game are very limited and they only come about once. Now, here are your pros and your cons. Pros, super moves do a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of damage for the most part, depending on the character. They come in handy. They can turn the tide of a game. There are some that are counters. There are some that are performed in various situations that we'll get into in a moment, but they're very, very helpful whenever you reach them. However, they can only be used once per game. So if I'm broken down to a level 1 and I use my level 1, that's it. There's no more level 1s. Even if I build my health back up, if you see these chains down at the bottom, they break whenever you get damaged enough to use a super. You have a little 1, 2, or 3 by your name, which I will demonstrate for you. So we're going to take Kurama's health down, which is my character. I'm on the left technically. Let's say that I use this move and the input for all special moves, no matter what, is going to be triangle and circle or your kick and action. Remember though, each situation is different. So if you find yourself, for example, Kurama's pretty fortunate that both of his moves 1 and 2 can be used from standing. So let's say that I throw this out and I just whiff, right? I'm walking up and I whiff. There's no more level 1s. Okay, now in training mode I can obviously press select to reset and try again, but in a game, if I miss that, that is it. So keep that in mind whenever you're throwing out. Keep in mind that some special moves don't have a lot of stopping power. That all is character by character basis. Remember that all special moves are character specific, just like a lot of things in this game. So a lot of your strategy is going to be formulated around who you pick, their strengths and weaknesses, and their super moves. So just for clarity's sake, we're going to go back. I'm going to lower my health down to a level 1 again. You'll see that chain break in real time whenever you're fighting, and I'll perform it. So for Kurama's purposes, standing, triangle, and circle. Once these moves hit, they are not counterable. They go through. They're as good as gold. They don't return. The check doesn't bounce. Think of it that way. Now, something unique about Kurama, and not necessarily unique, but a difference, instead of throwing a standing triangle circle for a special move, his level 3 does not do that. You have to actually grab your opponent. Remember, we did throws in last video, so instead of doing a full-blown throw, whether directional, whether a strike or a submission, you are just going to grab and then input triangle circle. So I'll go ahead and turn my inputs on so you guys can see. I'm walking towards him, grab, triangle, circle. Now hit it twice for good measure, but that's my level 3. You'll know you hit it when you see your number disappear. And look at the amount of damage that does. That can really turn a tide in a game. Now, there are a few different situations that you will get into to use a super move, right? And I'm not speaking from strategy, I'm speaking to be able to perform it. Some characters, you can only perform certain moves whenever they are about to be grabbed, so they can counter a throw with a super. And you would just press triangle and circle upon getting grabbed. Right as you get grabbed, Juzo Fujimaki comes to my mind with that. That's my main character. Some characters, it's a counter, so they're looking specifically for a punch. So if your opponent throws you, kicks you, or anything else, that move is wasted. Some characters look for a punch or a kick. Himikawa has a move like that. That's his level 3. If you throw a punch or a kick, same with Yujiro Hanma. His level 1, level 2, they're both counters to anything except for throws. So keep that in mind whenever you'll get to used to playing against characters and you'll see that number on the side and you see it disappear or you see certain movements from them, you know to either ease up or just don't throw them. But that's super moves in a nutshell. I know that's super short, but just understand that this is mainly character specific and it all depends on strategy. Also, just to go back over, when you use your super move, it's gone. As you see, we just used that level 3. There's no more level 3. He can beat me. Actually, as a matter of fact, we'll demonstrate. I can lower my health all the way back down, right? And we're not going to use a reset function. This is just for practical purposes. My health is as low as it gets. Once my level 3 is gone, it's gone. So I would say use your super moves wisely and use them whenever you need them. A lot of times they're great to finish a fight with. So I'll show you, for example, here. We are going to go ahead and reset. So I have all my moves. And let's say that my character is beaten down to a level 3. And instead of you guys watching me do all that, I'm here. I've beaten him down to these 2 chain links, right? We'll give him a little more just to be sure. Okay, it may be a good idea to wait until now to use it because it's a guaranteed kill, or KO in this case. Look at that. So the game would be over in any mode outside of practice. Super moves also do a lot of bodily damage. It doesn't show in training because we aren't actually in a combat situation, but depending on the move depending on where the move targets, I'm getting ahead of myself. Depending on where the move targets, it does a lot of damage. So you may also want to base your strategy around attacking a certain body part because your super move leans to it. Trying to keep it surface level, but I just want to start introducing certain concepts to get you guys thinking of how to use your characters, what to plan around, how to use your offensive and defensive strategy. And just remember, some super moves don't have a lot of stopping power. So, for example, one that does is Kurama's headlock. So I'm going to show you just really quickly about stopping power and we'll move forward from this. But if I turn the computer on here and they're fighting, at any point I can just throw that out. There are very few things that stop that. I believe that there are some powerful strikes. If your opponent is powerful enough to knock you out of that, they could, but it's likely that they won't throw enough strikes to stop you before you put that headlock on. So that's super moves in a nutshell. I know I didn't cover everyone's super moves. We might do those as shorts and just give small tutorials on how to do those. But if you learned something today, please leave a like. It helps a lot. And if you're looking forward to learning more, be sure to drop a sub because we're going in depth on how to play this game from A to Z. Thank y'all so much. I'll see you in the next one.